Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me for this game day tutorial. I'm so sorry it's a day late, but I've been traveling over the weekend visiting the twins, Tyler's sisters. We had a great time. This is for Michigan State. Michigan State was up against Wisconsin in this week's game day poll, so two Big Ten teams. Wisconsin's red and white, Michigan State is green and white. I kind of figured since I already had a red and white look that you guys might pick Michigan State for this, but I had a lot of fun with this look. I used the Maybelline Stylish Smokes palette in Emerald Smokes, which I've had a lot of questions about, to get this look with the interesting liner there at the end. So I don't know if this is something you would do for every day, but definitely appropriate for the game day style of look, I think. So if you want to see how I did it, just keep on watching. First, I applied my Shadow Worx primer from Coastal Scents. It actually has a little bit of sheen and shimmer to it, as you can see there on my left eye. And then I'm going to take one of these double-ended Coastal Scents pencils, which have been so useful to me for these game day tutorials because they come in so many colors, so I've really been able to coordinate with the shades I needed and get a nice shadow base and kind of switch it up with the whole liner look with these different tutorials. So there is one that is 2 shades of green. I wish these had names, but they don't. But this one, well, actually they do have names, they're just not written on the pencil itself, but one shade is a light kind of metallic green, and then there's a dark green. And for Michigan State, we're going to be using the darker green. And some people had said they wanted to see this as like an olive tutorial, and I kind of think that's the way it turns out to be. A very olivey green, great for fall type tutorial. So what we're going to do with this shade is just take it all over our eyelid, basically. And we're not only getting a color base here, but we're also going to be able to do some liner type tricks with this as well. So first off, just get it all over right up to my crease, and then I'm like drawing it straight out and creating a wing there. It's important that the wing that you create does not go down too far. So like I'm going from my crease right here and going straight out. And then I'm going straight out from not quite the corner of my eye, but just a little above that, like right here, and then going right out. Basically, we want to rim the eye in this green shade, so just go all the way under. Once you start to reach the end here, we're going to leave a gap, basically, and just draw a line straight out underneath, just like that. It's going to look a little muddy right now and not quite as defined as this side, but it'll get there. So I am taking my Emerald Smokes palette from Maybelline. Lots of people wanted to see this palette used for a tutorial, so I'm going to be using the shade that's labeled Crease. It's the brightest green in the look, and just using my e.l.f. eyeshadow brush. I'm going to take that and top off everything we did there with the pencil. So all over the lid, and also onto that area with the wing. I think it's very important to top off these cream products with something that is powder. And it also, just the shade of this pretty shadow really makes it all pop a lot. Next I'm going to go in with a medium-sized crease brush. This is the larger of the two that comes in the Essence of Beauty crease brush set. And there's a shade here that says Lid, and it's compared to the one we just used. You can see it's got a little more of an olivey neutral tone to it, but we're going to take that and blend it right above the brighter green here. And you're going to notice more of a neutral transition up here that I think is kind of pretty. Next we're going to go to the darkest green in this palette, and it's right here, and you can see it's really pretty. It's very deep and it has some green shimmer in it, so it's kind of a unique color. And I'm taking my smaller crease brush that came in that duo I just mentioned, and I'm going to work that just into the crease a little bit here just to add a little more contrast. I'm kind of blending it with the olive a little bit too. It just creates a nice kind of fade effect from the bright green. Now Michigan State's colors are green and white, and so I am choosing to use a different shade outside of this palette, because if you look there at the lightest shade and then this shade, this one actually has a little bit of a yellow tone. I mean, if you didn't care about being exactly on point with this tutorial, then you could use that because it's a really nice shadow, but I'm just trying to keep it, you know, the contrast going with white. So I'm taking Shroom from MAC, that's this shade right here, taking a fluffy brush and just applying that all the way up under the eyebrow. And then we're going to do some fun things with it. Taking a liner brush, get some of Shroom on there, and we're going to take that and fill in our little gap we left right here. Okay? Just like so. It's very easy. As long as you've left over, the cleaner the gap is, you know, the less product that got in there, the easier it's going to be to make it white. But this white is so pigmented and so shimmery, you can really get that look easily. Then I'm going to take, we're just going to use this shade in a few more key areas right below the lower wing. Just like that to give it a little more contrast. And then I'm going to use a small detail brush, and you can use a Q-tip, you can use any small brush you have, using Shroom again with this little brush just going right around here to kind of make those inner corners look almost glossy with their whiteness. Next, I'm wanting my little edges here to look even more extreme. So going back to the darkest shade here in the palette, and this is the time I would do this, is after you've got the white there and you can really get an edge on this. So you're taking your angle brush, start right at the corner, and we're focusing on the upper wing. Just draw that out with the darkest shade. You'll recall it was the brighter green that we first went over that with, so when you put the darker there, it's just going to have even more of a contrast with the white. And just kind of continue it out, like just kind of blending it out like it's just fading up into nothing. And you can do the same thing on the top part of the lower one. You know, just giving it a little bit deeper green. One final finishing touch, we're going to line our lower inner rim with white eyeliner. It's going to brighten up the eyes a lot. Then I'm going to take a liquid pen liner. This is the Felt Tip Eye Definer marker from Physicians Formula. As you can see, I'm ending the liner right here. Nothing fancy with it, just going straight from inner to outer end. Then I'm going to curl my lashes, apply some Voluminous Carbon Black on the upper, and just a little bit of the Lash Discovery from Maybelline on the lower lashes, and then I'll join you with the finished look. Hey everyone, here's the finished look. I hope you like it a lot. I went really simple on my hair, by the way. Just stuck a bobby pin in there. It's so windy outside here. I just had to do something to keep it under control. But this is a really fun look to do if you're looking for something new to do with your liner besides just winging it out or besides doing a typical outer V. I think it adds a lot of interest to the look. I think it is the epitome of like a game day look because it's a little more dramatic, a little more eye-catching, and I thought the greens and olives and the stuff in the Maybelline palette were really super fun to work with. Hopefully this gives you some ideas for this palette because I've been getting lots of questions. And on my lips, I kind of like the idea of greens and pinks, and so I thought it would be fun because you've got this really kind of extreme, you know, I think of it almost like a superhero type eye look going on. I thought it would be fun to do the lips very kind of light and feminine looking. So what I did, I used my Revlon Super Lustrous lipstick. This shade is called Pink in the Afternoon. It is just a creamy pink. Yeah, there's no shimmer to it, just a creamy pink lipstick. And then over the top of that, just for a little shine, this gives you, the lipstick gives you some shine, but I used this Sally Girl lip gloss in Splurge, which is just a super duper light shimmery pink. And I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I mean, you top this off with a pink blush. I used actually a sample Lancome blush that I had. This is called Sheer Amorose, and it's just, you know, any kind of pinky tone blush I think will be perfect to tie the whole look together. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and have a great day.